and your man is on business, but their mindset is that they are coming to change the narrative of Ghana. They are coming to do all illegal activities. We were able to ambush a home which was filled with about 13 Nigerians doing cyber fraud.
Wow.
We went there, they have sophisticated cameras on the rooftop, and this car leads them straight to an uncompleted house. They went there and they could see that the bones and skulls of individuals were on the floor.
What?
They perceived a massive bad smell and odor in the whole place. When they entered, they realized there were pregnant women, there were people who were tied, and then that their family members have not called to pay ransom, so they are still there. When I got to the roadside, I saw that there is a car that was about to start off and ran over. And my child saw me in the car and mentioned my name, shouted my name. I ran as fast as I can. When I went in there and I saw the car, there were other kids who have been chloroformed. Almost the handkerchief my child was in the process of being chloroformed, saw me and shouted.
Wow.
When I ran straight to the car, I held the steer of the car and told the guy who was about to drive, said, it is either me, you, and the children die together, or you give my child.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you find yourself. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. And today is another day with the Heart Talk. You know, today we have a special guest who goes by the name Ness Tanner. So before we start everything, please, I would like everybody to share the video. First, before anything, just share the video. Like, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. And in case you have any thoughts, you can put it in the comment section. So let me move right to our special guest, who goes by the name Nestana. But I'll give him the chance to introduce himself to those who are new to him on my channel. This is first time. So let's go listen to him as he, introduces himself to us. So Nestana, welcome to Rush Online.
Thank you very much for having me here. Thank you very much. My name is Nestana. I'm a nurse who works as a nurse in the UK. And I'm a Ghanaian by birth. And I've got Ghana in my blood. And I've got Ghana in my DNA. And I am the vice president of an organization called the Patriotic Concerned Youth Alliance, which is an organization that is here to champion and uplift Ghana from one state to the other. And it's going to be a mouthpiece of the citizens against the government. We are here to put the government in checks. We are here to put the government in question. We are here to ask the right questions on behalf of the citizens. And that is the organization that I represent as a vice president and an advocate for Ghanaians. And to be Samia, now that is who Nestana is. I've got a TikTok account where I do politics on my TikTok. I don't do MPP, I don't do NDC, I do Ghana. I've got a YouTube account which I'm growing steadily. I've got a Facebook account. So all those ones have the name Nestana. So if you want to search me, my major platform is TikTok, where I do my stuff and I do a lot of important interviews on my TikTok. So thank you very much for having me.
Okay. Yeah, I'll thank you very much for making time for us, today. And I've seen you interview high profiles like Ayariga, Dr. Ayariga and all that, which is really, commendable. You are really doing a good work. So, I would like you to repeat your handles again, please, if in case anybody didn't get it right.
Okay, thank you
So
very
they
much.
can
So
subscribe.
I've got a TikTok account. I've got a
Mm-hmm.
Facebook account. I've got a YouTube account, and they are all called Nestana. All of them, just the
Okay.
same name here. Yeah,
As spelled on the screen, right?
I spot on the screen. Thank you very much. Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. So that's it. So if you are viewing, please do well to go check out his channel. He has some great works on his platforms. Especially, I can see you are very active on TikTok more. Yeah. So you can go check him out, even on YouTube and all that. It's Nestana. You just search for Nestana, subscribe, like, follow, the handles, and you are good to go. So far as you have Ghana at heart, you are supposed to follow anybody who has Ghana at heart as well. So, Nestana, in the first place, I would like to ask about borderless Africa. Do you believe in borderless Africa? And if you do, why? If you don't, why don't you believe in borderless Africa? Because everybody sees it as the breakthrough for Africa. So what's your
Thank you
stance
very
on it?
much.
If I
Thank you
may
very
ask?
much, Rush. And I do want to use this opportunity to thank you very much for the good work you are doing, and for having me here, and to all your listeners. I believe, sir, one of the important things that we need to look out for is that we have an Africa where people would have peace of mind. We should have an Africa where people are safe. We should have an Africa where people would love to coordinate between each other, where there is trade existing between both parties and they are existing in a more peaceful way. It would be nice to have a borderless Africa where people can just troop into Ghana and come and do their business and they go, because we are trying to project Africa. We are trying to uplift Africa. We are trying to see Africa as a beacon of hope for the continent. But Rush, over the past weeks, over the past month, we have seen a surge in criminalities in Africa, especially Ghana, where I am a member of the the Republic of Ghana. We've seen people trooping into our country, into our borders, where their sole purpose is not to come and do business, legit business, but their sole purpose of coming into our country is to come and do illegal activities like substance abuse, selling illegal drugs to our compatriots, to our youth. They are doing what is called Olosho Ashawo in our country, where cyber fraud has become the order of the day, where people are embracing cyber fraud, and our youth, the Ghanaian youth who has hope to becoming a lawyer, to becoming a doctor, to becoming an engineer, is now cutting off that long trend to future and looking at a shorter way to make money, because they've got an influx of illegal people coming into our country because the border is open, because we have used that borderless Africa as a yardstick to allow people who have no good intentions of uplifting Ghana, but destroying the people in Ghana, destroying our youth, making our youth becoming very vulnerable to some of these activities. And Ras, you have a child who has always, from childhood, the child has been trying to use trucks and some caterpillars to be playing around. And so you know that your child loves trucks. It can be an engineer. It can be a mechanical engineer. You see your child who is using stethoscope around her neck when he's going to school, and then he wants to say, I want to be a nurse, I want to be a doctor. But when the child gets to the point where you know that he will love what the childhood dream that he started talking about will come out, the child then looks at the fact that I want to now look into computer. The child takes time, sit in the presence of computer, and start engaging in some sort of conversation with people you don't know, people the child do not know. It means that the child has been influenced illegally into now cutting short the nursing agenda, cutting short the doctorate agenda, cutting short the engineer agenda, and now looking for a short way to make money. That is what the borderless Africa has now become, because the influx of all these illegal people, the influx of criminality, the surge in criminalities is because of the borderless Africa. Because we are not looking at people who have stringent visas, good visas, good documentation to enter. So anybody, obey rim. And so we can't differentiate between the good people and the bad people, even though it would have been a good thing for business. It would have been a good thing for us to exchange our goods and services. Ghanaians can go to Nigeria, go to Cote d'Ivoire, go to Algeria to go and do business, go to Togo, do business and buy stuff and bring back when it is going to be that. But we can't trust that the borderless Africa that we want, that borderless Africa that will grow our economies and make the European Union, make the people who are in the diaspora envy the fact that Africa is having a growing economy. But we will never get that, because the influx of all these people, they are just not for that agenda, but they have a pre-purported mindset. And so Ghana has now been classified as a country which is not safe, because a man for a and no man is on business, but their mindset is that they are coming to change the narrative of Ghana. They are coming to do all illegal activities. They are building headquarters of criminalities. They are building headquarters of human and organ harvesting in Ghana. They are building headquarters of cyber fraud in Ghana. They are building headquarters where they can be able to do all their illegal things that they can't do in their country, because Ghana has become a very safe haven for them to start bringing this thing. And you know, if you ask me, borderless Africa would have been a good thing, but we ask ourselves, for Ghana, is it going to be the right thing for Ghana? I would say no. And so I would use all my power as a vice president of Patriotic Concern Youth Alliance and tell you that even though it was a good agenda, but it is a blessing in a negative form to Ghana. And Ghana should not embrace a borderless Africa. If you want to go to Nigeria, Togo to go and do your business, book a ticket, get your rightful visa, go and bring in your goods, let it be set at the port, bring it in legitimately, come and do your business. We do not want to allow individuals who are pretending and pretentious that they are coming to Ghana to do business, but in their mindset, they are having a different thing that they are going to do in Ghana. And then they are trafficking all poor children from Nigeria to come and do sex trafficking, to come and do prostitution in our country. This is not a borderless Africa. This is not what we tell a borderless Africa. A borderless Africa should bring prosperity to the country. A borderless Africa should bring development to the country. A borderless Africa should bring yield, should bring positivity to the country. But in this borderless Africa that we talk about, is bringing about negativities, is bringing about crippling of economy, is bringing about unalignment and killing of human beings, is bringing about not just killing people, but harvesting their organs, selling their organs and enriching yourself. When the people that you are harvesting, when the people that you are killing are not your citizens, you do not look at them as your brothers. You are looking at them as some people that you are going to sell them to enrich yourself. So if you ask me, I do not today, tomorrow, and forever accept that a borderless Africa is the way to go. Thank you.
All right. So, but what do you say to people who are comparing or saying the Europe per se is developed because they have that kind of European Union? So it's only makes sense if Africa also unites, you know, this all in the context of the borderless Africa. So the way forward will be for Africa to unite as well, because if Europe can do it and we can see clear evidence of development, why can't we also?
It would have been a good thing, bro. Don't lie. It would have been a good thing if there were systems in place to be able to track people who are coming in with the sole agenda of doing illegal things. Bro, If you go to Europe, the people who are coming flying in left, right, center into Europe, there are systems in place to check where you are going, how long you are going to stay, what is your main reason for entering the country. Is it about tourism? Is it about visit? Is it about you coming for a job interview? Whatever thing you're going to do, there are systems and procedures in place to check all these things that you are going to do. And if you enter the country, from the day you enter the country, we are able to monitor all your moves. We are able to locate where you are going to stay. We are able to locate how many days are you supposed to come and stay in the country. And when it is time, we are able to locate you and take you out of the system. This is what Africa do not have. We do not have that luxury to invest in systems where we are able to trace people and ask them that your time is up, exit. What are you coming to do? You are coming to do business. The business time that we have given you 2 weeks to do business. Do your business and exit. But the country that we call Ghana, the country that we call Togo, the country that we call Ivory Coast, they do not have those systems in place to do their checks very well. I'm not going to go into that. I'm going to go to Ghana, which is my country. We are not there yet. When we are opening our borders and people are entering, even the border that we are having, we have loopholes. People are entering our countries in a different route where there are no immigration officers standing there and monitoring them. They are moving into some illegal route and some forest areas, and they are entering into our country. So the country is very porous to the fact that when they even enter legally, who is checking what? Which immigration systems have been put in place that if Rush is entering the country for 90 days, after 90 days, this is the way that we are supposed to track Rush and take him out of the system so that he can re-enter again with another legit visa, giving him 90 days to stay again. The system are weak. The system are porous. The system have been degraded. And so there is nobody doing the rightful thing to be able to do our checks and balances. And when due diligence is not followed, people will enter. And that is why somebody has entered from Nigeria, given 90 days. Even in 90 days, he's not supposed to stay and rent anybody's house. He's supposed to stay in a hotel for those 90 days. And after that, move out or ask for a visa to stay and extend the person's stay. But are these things checked? No. The Ghana Immigration Service has no systems to check the influx of people who have come to do their legit business and it's time for them to leave. The Ghana immigration system is not able to check whether the person who is entering is coming in legitimately to do business, to visit, to go to Atria Mountains, to go for tourism. There are no systems in place like that. And that is the reason why I'm saying that the borderless Africa is a good thing, but we are not ready as a country. The people you are talking about, the United Kingdom, the United States of America, the Australians, they have built systems that if Rush enters the country today, we are able to, listen, one day I was driving in the UK, and as I was driving, I got to a point where I was stopped by the police. They asked for my license, and obviously it was not with me. What they needed was my date of birth. And when the police officer put my date of birth in the system, it showed him when I entered the country. It showed him where I work. It showed him if I'm married and I have kids. It showed him my age. It showed the person how long my stay is supposed to be. And he didn't ask for my name. He asked for my date of birth. This is a system. How many immigration officers are moving around in Ghana and using a system like a mobile phone and then asking people that, Raj, tell me your date of birth, and I can put in and I can get all your information. All your criminal things you have done in the country can show. How many of these systems are in Ghana? So that is why I'm saying that we need to invest in systems. We need to invest in building systems to be ready for a borderless Africa. If not, the borderless Africa should be a thing of the past. It should be something that we should hope for, but not something that we should implement now.
All right, thank you very much. That was very clear. But speaking of, you were talking about crimes being committed here in Ghana in recent times and stuff. But here's the case whereby on the international platforms, Ghana is perceived as the most peaceful, if not the let's say one of the peaceful countries, if not the most peaceful country. So I want to ask, in your eyes, is Ghana really safe? Or if we are to rank Ghana amongst other, like with other countries, where would you place Ghana?
Thank you very much, Raj. And that is a beautiful question and a very tricky one. It's straightforward as well. Yeah, if you consider Ghana as a peaceful country, then that was before. Before Ghana was a peaceful country. Before Ghana was one of the prolific countries where anybody would want to come in. And if you go on globally, anybody during the year of return, look at the massive numbers of people that flew all the way from the United States of Black Americans who were trying to look out at their roots, where their DNA sends them that they are Africans, and that's not Africans. They wanted to go to the dungeons. They wanted to go to Cape Coast to go and look at the Cape Coast Castle. They wanted to go to how the slave trade actually erupted. They wanted to know their roots, and that is what makes Ghana very peaceful. Because everybody thought that, okay, if I go to Ghana, I'm safe, because Ghana was ranked as one of the most safest and peaceful country in the world. Let me tell you, currently, as I speak to you, Ghana has been ranked as the 4th country in Africa that is peaceful.
Oh,
currently, Ghana is the 4th most peaceful country. The first country which is peaceful is Mauritius. The second country which is very peaceful is Madagascar. The third country which is very peaceful, it is Botswana. And the 4th country is Ghana. Globally, if you look at the Global Peace Index, Ghana is ranked as the 55th most peaceful country in the world. Ghana, which used to be the number 1 in Africa, now we have been ranked as the 4th most peaceful country. So when people are coming for 30 December, they are going to look at all these incidences, they are going to look at all these data and decide, should I go to Ghana? When I go to Ghana, am I safe? What will not make me safe? Why would I even go to Ghana in 30 December when Ghana, which was ranked as 1st in Africa, is now 4th? What has pushed Ghana to 4th? What is making Ghana the most 55th peaceful country in the whole world? Nigeria is the last but one peaceful country in Africa. The last country which is the most unpeaceful country, Nigeria, Nigeria, is ranked as the last but one most unpeaceful country in the whole of Africa. The last country, which is the most unpeaceful country, is Sudan. So if these two countries, listen to this analysis very well, if these two countries have been classified as the most unpeaceful country in the whole world, and in Ghana, and in Africa, why then do we allow their citizens to come into our country where we are even struggling to push from 4th to the 1st?
Without even any proper checks.
Without any proper stringent and forceful checks. We are allowing them into our country because we are believing in borderless Africa. But we are not looking at the influx of these people. We are not looking at their criminal records. We are not looking at why they are running away from their country. Why are they not building their country, but they are coming into our country? And then we are looking at Nigerians, who are the last but one unpeaceful country in the world. If you are kids and you are training your kids in the image and likeness of God, and you see another family where their kids are doing a shower and and they are doing all sort of illegal things, would you allow those kids to come to your house to play with your kids? No, because they can influence your kids negatively.
Yes.
This is a common, sensible scenario. This is not a rocket science. This is a common thing that you need to know. That if Obi Emma Enye, nani patrono, you should be able to be strict as a father, as a mother, and say that no. Because we are in this country, we've seen the influx of Nigerians unalive and killing Ghanaians. Me, wholeheartedly, with my team, we were able to ambush a home which was filled with about 13 Nigerians doing cyber fraud.
Wow.
Yeah. When
around which area?
Around McCarthy Hill.
Wow.
We went there. They have sophisticated cameras on the rooftop. They have a whole a house renting. To fear the gate near to the padlock. Padlock no so it came out if so they are changing your mind.
There is no one. Yeah.
There is nobody in that house, but they were there. When we alerted the police and the police patrol people came and then we climbed in. When they realized from the camera that we were in the house, they started running and then jumping along across the fence. And these are Nigerians. We are here and we have seen Nigerians who are bringing substances, illegal substances into the country in the form of parcels. Our police for intercepted in a truck. We are here. We have seen Nigerians who are unaliving people in our villages. They take their hearts, they take their lungs, they take their intestines, and then they go and sell. We are here. We've got Nigerians in Tamale who are claiming themselves to be Igbo Naya of Tamale. And then they are doing all atrocities. They are taking Nigeria or what's mine. You have killed the man, and then he have used the man's parts as food and eaten a human body part. These are Nigerians in our country.
Just imagine.
And when all these information are spread on the internet, do you think that Ghana will be classified as the most safest country in the whole world? No. These are not rocket science. It is not.
And all these goes out in the name of Ghana.
It is flashing out in the name of Ghana.
I'm saying
it is flashing out in the name of Ghana because we have caught Nigerians in different parts of the world claiming and holding Ghanaian passports, and then they are Nigerians, but in their passports they are having Ghanaian passports, and then they are doing illegal things in the name of Ghana. Get to Ghana, and Nancy, there is a British citizen. Community 25. The Kuno, British citizen. We are asking ourselves, what is happening? We are in this country, Ghana, and Nigeria for anti-online abortion because we think that we are allowing people to come in because of a borderless Africa. But I'm telling you, the safety of the country is compromised, and the people in the country are having difficulties, bro. The last time I did a live session, and there was this guy who always come on my live. But this time he decided that I was going to climb up to share my story. Today I'm climbing up because I want to share my story. I said, share it. Me, it's Europe. I pay huge sums of money to take my children to expensive schools in Ghana because I know that it's safe in terms of safety. This time I flew all the way from Europe to go and surprise my kids. And I get to the school, and the teacher is saying that, oh, there is a blonde lady who has sprayed her hair like brown like that, who has come for the child because, or say, the mother was not able to come around. So this guy who is staying in Europe, pays huge amounts of money, got pissed off. Listen, Alatemi Ako representing itself say the guy is unable to come and pick on one of the kids. So they are going to pick the kids on behalf of the family. I started running. When I got to the roadside, I saw that there is a car that was about to start off and ran over. And my child saw me in the car and mentioned my name, shouted my name. I ran as fast as I can. When I went in there and I saw the car, there were other kids who have been chloroformed. Almost the handkerchief my child was in the process of being chloroformed, saw me and shouted.
Wow.
When I ran straight to the car, I held the steer of the car and told the guy who was about to drive, said, it is either me, you, and the children die together, or you give my child. These are parents who are staying at home waiting for their kids to come. But the kids, almost the Obika boot, almost the Obika back seat, your chloroform one, they are in the verge of dying.
And what was this incident?
What's it?
Which year was that?
Yeah, this year in a car.
Wow.
In a car. And also was so still, Then some Abobo Yara Praga for guys, when they saw what was happening, they blocked the street in Medina. And they didn't allow the guy, the person who was driving, to pass through. And then they were able to retrieve the lady. These are a Nigerian lady and Nigerian guy trying to do this. And if you look at this, if they were able to take these kids away, it's either they were kidnapping them and putting ransom on their heads, and I said they were just going to kill these children. Another scenario of a gentleman,
or probably even sell them.
Yeah. Another scenario of a gentleman that came on my life and said, Anestana, my brother was traveling to Kuwait, and when they were on the way to the airport, their van broke down, so they were on the streets and waiting to get another van to go. Then they saw this car which was passing by going to Accra. So they decided that, wow, let me pick and then I can get to Accra fast because I need to catch my flight and then move to Kuwait. They sat in the car, and as they were driving, they realized that the accent of the people that were talking were Nigerians. When they got to a point, the driver was veering off the road into another untarred road. And I was, we are going to the airport. When you are passing there, he said, shut up. Shut up. And this car led them straight to an uncompleted house. They went there and they could see that the bones and skulls of individuals were on the floor.
What?
They perceived a massive bad smell and odor in the whole place. When they entered, they realized there were pregnant women, there were people who were tied, and then that their family members have not called to pay ransom, so they are still there. And they beat this gentleman and the lady to the maximum point where they were very weak. 2 days' time, they started begging. And when they were released, they were not released because God said, "Oh no, for say ya no ozi," and then a darling. There was a woman a child woman or no or say wakoye see as a year and can all coffee when you're the banning pole in ordinary who coffee abagosu and the action is adna to detention center. So when the guy was able to get himself free and he was about going, the woman was begging, "Take me along." I was, "Hey, you are asking me to take you along." He tried to carry the woman off his back, but because for 2 days they did not eaten, he was very weak, left the woman along the way and started running for his life. I interviewed him on my live show, and he told me that there were people who had died for days.
Meaning this is something that has been going on for years.
It is happening in Ghana, brother. So if you are telling you that Ghana is not safe, we know why we are saying that Ghana is not safe. We know why Ghana has moved from the peace index of number 1 in Africa to number 4 and to the 55th position in the whole world. Ghana can't be classified now as a peaceful country. Based on all what we see, we hear, based on what we come on TikTok and we say, based on what we come on our life we say, we can't for sure say Ghana is a peaceful country. Thank you very much, bro.
Wow. I'm really
You're
shocked.
shocked. Mm.
What?
uh,
Well, then why? Let me ask you this: why the sudden complaints? You know, Ghana. In Ghana, we have representatives of almost. I can say the whole of Africa is in Ghana. There are Sudanese, there are Burkinabes, there are Kenyans, there are Ugandans, everybody. We have each and every African country here in Ghana. But why is it that anytime we, or should I say, Ghanaians start talking about crime and the crime rate in Ghana in recent times, it's only one nationality that always pops up in the picture, which is Nigerians. Why? What's happening to the other African nationals? Why is it always Nigeria? Why does it always have to be Nigerians? Nigerians? Do you see it as a witch hunt, or what do you have to say about that?
they classify it as xenophobic, and
Mhm.
I can't sit here and lie that there are not other people from different countries which are also doing some illegal activities. Recently, you heard the issue about Cheikh Toure, who is a Senegalese footballer, a goalkeeper, and other people like Bamba Momo, who were all Senegalese people who wanted to have greener pastures in terms of their football. And then somebody lured them into Ghana, where they were kidnapped, put ransom on their head. Cheikh Toure family were unable to raise that whole money. And so he was killed, brutally killed in Kumasi, sent to Tafu Ebenezer mortuary, and he died. Based on what we saw, based on the accent of the people that were talking in the video, the accent was identified as Cameroonians or people from Burkina Faso or Senegalese. So we are aware that there are other people who are in the country who are doing all these things. But brother, the rate and ratio of proportion, if you put together all other nationalities in Ghana, and then we look at the criminal ratio of the people in Nigeria against all other nationals, if we take all other nationals into 100%, 99.999% are Nigerians. Just 0.1 will be all other nationals in Ghana. The facts are there.
Okay,
Everything is
not
there.
to cut you, not to cut you in. 3 days ago, one Nigerian called me and was like, do you remember in recent, like very recent, there was this attack on, I think, some military personnel who went to stop some galamseyers, and it happened that there was one Burkinabe in the midst of those people. So this Nigerian called me and was like, okay, so haven't I heard about that news about a Burkinabe? Why didn't I do a video about it? But if you were to be a Nigerian, I would have jumped on the on social media, talking and blasting them and all that. But I was like, that I told him, this is where you should even get the picture that we don't hate foreigners. If I'm to ask you the whole of this year, how many Burkinabes have you seen committing crimes in Ghana? This is the only one you can point out to me. And Ghanaians won't take that serious because we know, even we as Ghanaians, there are some outside there who are also doing something negative. But the reason why our name isn't popping up on the international market as negative people is because the number of people, or should I say the proportion of people doing that, is very low. No one is 100%. No country is 100%. So if you've seen a Burkinabe doing something and we are not all over social media about it, that should tell you we don't come witch hunting, or we are not after foreigners and all that, but we complain when the thing is getting too much and getting out of hand. Then he was like, no, then it means we are being hypocritical. We are supposed to bring every single person who commits any crime who is not a Ghanaian. I was like, brother, you can't show us what to do.
I have it on daily basis on my platform. See, and that is the truth, because now they will see, and you see, and that is how unwise they are, because in a whole month they'll bring one video of what a Ghanaian have done or an other national have done, and then we will bring 3,000 of videos of what Nigerians have done. Look at the proportion. If you are smart, you will know that it is not about we trying to hate a certain country, but it's about we hating what they do. It's your doings, your dealings.
Yes.
Ask me why Dubai does not want to see any Nigerian in their country. Ask me why the people of South Africa are doing Dudula. And they are classifying South Africa as people who are xenophobic, and they love it. When Nigerians see that you are protecting your country, you are letting patriotism lead you, they hate you. But we said so many times, if you hate patriotism, go back to your country and build up your country and live in your country. Stay in your country. I pity why Ghanaians are in Nigeria. What are you doing there? Those people have neglected their country, and they are coming to our country to make ends meet. They call our country a country and a land filled with milk and honey. They call Ghana a place to seek for greener pasture. So Ghana is the new United States of America for Nigerians. Ghana is the new United Kingdom for Nigerians. This is where they make their billions and millions to go out there, and then they go and build mansions in Nigeria so that they could stupidly pack their cars together and do you understand? They want to show off.
Yeah, show off.
By building money in Ghana and then going back, because brother, you know that our currency is 10 times as huge in terms of rate, more than their money. So when they get money here and they take to Nigeria, they are billionaires. So we say, based on my analysis I've given you, and I can give you about 3,000 scenarios, because this is what I do. I expose Nigerians to the bottom bit. Because that is the reason why Dr. Hassan Araga will come on my show. That is the reason why Kweku Anan will come on my show. Yesterday, I interviewed Kweku Anan on my show. And we spoke in-depthly about the stupidity and illegal criminality of Nigerians.
And please, not to cut you, but if anybody wants to go watch those, the show you did with Kweku Anan yesterday and all that, which handle should they search for?
They should search for Nestana on YouTube.
Nestana.
I'm going to post it right when I'm done with you. I just want to finish the editing, and I'll post it on my YouTube. Just go and search for Nestana.
Okay.
It is there, live in color.
Yeah, everybody should go watch that. Me myself, I'm anxious to see that.
Yeah, so it is very important for us to talk about this, and obviously, I'm just saying here, me trying to end my discussion. I'm just trying to say that we do not hate any Nigerian, but we hate their stinking, bloody, illicit attitude. And you know what the name is they're giving to me in Estana? One day, somebody sent me a post, and a lady who have got about 300,000 followers saying on her comment section that guy called Nestana, I hate him with every fiber in me. His head is hard like Adolf Hitler. I have blocked him, and I do not want to go on his platform for my own mental sanity. Why would a Nigerian say that about me? Because they hate the truth. Because they hate facts.
Exactly.
Because they hate people who stand up for their country. And I swear to God, by the words of our pledge, that I promise on my honor to be faithful and loyal to Ghana, my motherland. I pledge myself to the service of Ghana with all my strength and with all my heart. I promise to hold in high esteem our heritage won for us through the blood and toil of our fathers. And I pledge myself in all things to uphold and defend the good name of Ghana. So help me God. And that is what I will do. I will defend the honorable name of Ghana till death do us part. Thank you very much, bro.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, we've all heard about Ecowas. No, do you support Ecowas? Do you believe Ghana should still remain in Ecowas? Or do you think it's about time Ghana exits Ecowas?
Thank you very much. I think this is a beautiful topic that I really love so much. Ecowas came into existence for the people of Africa. And we know that Ghana put themselves into ECOWAS, first of all, without even consulting the people of Ghana. So once we had that, we felt that the first illegal thing the president of Ghana, or the people of Ghana, the government of Ghana did, was not to consult the people of Ghana and saying that we are going to put our head into an organization called ECOWAS, the Economic Community of West African States. And the main important thing that ECOWAS brought to do, the ECOWAS Treaty, was to bring Africans together, was to allow free trade between every African country, was to give every African an identity as the ECOWAS passport. That if you are part of the ECOWAS organization, then you can go to any other person's country without visa. My brother, we ask ourselves, based on the first illegality did by our government, by not first consulting us, we have all the right to take the government to court. There was no referendum. There was no consultation with Ghanaians. To me, family brown country. Because government is for the people and by the people, according to Abraham Lincoln. So if you are putting me, who is the government, you are a servant to the citizens who are the government. So if you are putting the citizens' head in anything, you should consult them. Ghanaians were not consulted, but they went ahead and they signed the ECOWAS Treaty. Now, ask yourself, what positivity has ECOWAS done to the people of Ghana? Nothing. ECOWAS has been a bogus organization. It has been one of the ragamuffin organizations which tends to uplift and embrace itself and enrich its own self and make the other organization, the other African country, suffer under mercy. We are begging for arms. We are begging to get ourselves out of a difficult situation. But ECOWAS is not there to support any other person. The truth be told, Ghanaians have never benefited. Your mother in Abosokai, your sister in Ablekuma. What sort of benefit is ECOWAS to that person? The only thing ECOWAS has done is to allow people to fly in other people's country who are criminals. The ECOWAS Treaty has said, Sudan and Nigeria, and you are bringing to Ghana, you are able to exchange trades. But are we really exchanging trades? We are exchanging humans because people will go and load a truck full of rice, goods from Nigeria, and then there are human beings still in that truck. Because of Ecowas, they will get to the border and they are not properly checked. They will just get into the country. Because of Ecowas, Ecowas is not doing auditing and seeing that there are influx of criminal people in people's countries. So the Ecowas is not helping. Brother, on the show, I'm telling you that because of Ecowas, because of the word Ecowas, Nigeria as a country, based on the overflow of criminals in their prisons, they are trying to offload criminals out of their prison. Where are the criminals going? They are showing them one direction: go to Ghana. Because Ghana is the only country, as foolish as our leaders are, will be able to accommodate all these people into our country. So Nigerians have opened their prison services and they are allowing notorious and ragamuffin criminals like Chuku the Jude in to come into our country because ECOWAS allows them to do so. Now look at the thing. When they get to our borders, there is no proper scrutiny. Nigeria can even use the ATM card as an identity card to enter into Ghana. When UK, they will take you document upon document upon document before they even give you the visa. When your visa do immigration, they can take you to an isolation room and still ask you a lot of questions before they allow you into their country, because they want to allow the person who will bring prosperity to their country. But because of ECOWAS, we are not doing scrutiny, critical checks. ECOWAS has been the reason why we are unable to fight illegal migrants in our country. Why? Because almost now don't do border, they can still re-enter because they are ECOWAS citizens. We have gone to ambush about 20 people. We took them to the police station. On my live show, the police station, the police officer said that take them to immigration. But I'm telling you, when you take them to immigration, the immigration officers will tell you that these guys, they are ECOWAS citizens, so we can't deport them. So when the person has gone to kill somebody in Ghana, we can't properly prosecute that person because the person is an ECOWAS citizen. Nipa na acquire cyber fraud no. Or the Ghana any fraud was near deport them. We can't deport them because they are ECOWAS citizens. So every Nigeria has ECOWAS on their lip. They are singing the song of ECOWAS day and night, and that is their defense weapon. So the only way we can do this, because Yenim said we are serving under a dictator who is President John Dramani Mahama, saying that I cannot deport Nigerians because Bianca Ojugu have flown all the way from Nigeria to come and ask Okuyeto Ablakwa, are you deporting Nigerians? Osindabi. The president has gone to stand on the podium of UN and have said that Nigerians are not going to be deported. I'm going to protect them. So the only way we can override the presidency is to come away from this ECOWAS, so that when Ras decides that I am going to catch some Olosho people doing Olosho at Kantamanto, at Osu, and then I want to take them out of the way, I can drive them all the way to the Aflao border and dump them there and tell them that ECOWAS my foot. And that is the reason why Patriotic Concerned Youth Alliance, we have started a hashtag called Gaxit.
Come again.
GHAXIT, Gaxit, which means that Ghana exit ECOWAS, just as the UK exited from the European Union, which is called Brexit. We have done what is called Gaxit. So we are exiting out of ECOWAS. That is an important thing I want to state here on your platform. So the hashtag is called GAGZIT. GHA, which is Ghana, and XIT, which is ZIT. Put them together and it's GAGZIT. That is the new term on TikTok. And it is me, the Vice President of Patriotic Concerned Youth Alliance, and all Patriotic Concerned Youth Alliance people making sure that we roll out this agenda. And you got it right there, GAGZIT. We are exiting ECOWAS. And we want every Ghanaian born of a woman to take this notice that our mothers and fathers in the villages, they are not seeing any importance in ECOWAS. Our sisters and brothers who are dying day in and day out, they are not seeing any importance of ECOWAS. The only way for Ghana to be safe, to be able to do our own things, is to GAGZIT. If Burkina Faso, led by the brilliant soldier Ibrahim Traore, is able to come out, and all the Sahel communities are able to come out of ECOWAS, and even the Europe presidents are envious of the fact that they've made that bold decision. It means that now they are able to take their own sovereignty in their own hands. They can tell every other country not to enter their own country because they want to protect their citizens. That is the reason why every Ghanaian listening to the Rush Online show should know that we are GAGZITing. We will GAGZIT.
So everybody, at this point, pick up your phone, hashtag GAGZIT. Hashtag GAGZIT. Pause the video. Do that before you continue the interview. Thank you.
So we are GAGZITing, brother, whether they like it or not. And I will not say anything that I can't do. We are portraying that Ghana is not safe under ECOWAS. Last 2 days, there is a guy who is working for ECOWAS. He wants to be recognized in ECOWAS. Came on my live show, and he wanted to have a debate. He's a Ghanaian, and I asked him one simple question: tell me what ECOWAS has done for you as a person. If you're able to tell me, I'll lose the fight. Tell me what ECOWAS has done for you as a person. He can't. He's just bluffing. He's just talking here and there that the issue about ECOWAS is not about exiting. It's about we putting our systems in. What can we do as a country? If we do not sack these people out, we can put in systems.
Yes.
Because the system needs to be aligned to legal Ghanaians, not illegal foreigners. So putting in systems is good, but it's not the time for us to still allow people to stay in our country and put in those systems. So we are GAGZITing. And thank you very much for portraying that. Let everybody know that it's time for us to GAGZIT as a country. Ghana will exit ECOWAS. We are putting in lawyers. Lawyers who are well endowed in issues about ECOWAS. We are going to raise one huge demonstration which will shake Ghana. Let everybody read my lips. We are going to raise a huge demonstration which will shake Ghana. You will let everybody in the whole of Ghana, from every region, come to Accra. Even if it's not just going to happen in Accra, every region is going to raise placards. We are going to raise placards against Ghana exiting ECOWAS, and it's going to be a major issue. Plus, Nigeria and Alatarians must go. I call them Alatarians. Alatarians must go. Alatarians, they must go. And that is the new block on the internet. Thank you very much, bro.
Thank you very much. So, like we said, everybody at this point should from now onwards try to make the hashtag very known. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, share the video, and hashtag GAGZIT. Last but not the least, let me ask you this question that just came in mind. With everything that is going on in Ghana, all the complaints we are doing, and yes, still we don't see any changes, and people trooping into the country and all that. If I should ask you, who would you blame? Is it the immigration who are supposed to do their jobs and not doing it well? Is it the government? Is it the president himself? Is it the foreign minister? If I'm to give you this opportunity to pinpoint who exactly we can point as the problem, who would it be?
I think collectively, you will say we will blame the government. The government is a major problem, and the government is the major set, and under the government have a subset. The subset will have the interior minister, will have the foreign affairs minister, will have the president, will have the Ghana the inspector general of police, will have the immigration system. All those institutions are part of the major set, which is called the government. The government is led by President John Dramani Oyedepo Mahama. He is the
Give me the name again. Give me the name again.
His name is John Dramani Oyedepo Mahama. He is the president of the Republic of Ghana. He is the major person we will blame. Why? Because every other institution which is beneath him reports to him. Tell me why Bianca Ojugu, flee all the way from Nigeria with a private jet with all delegates, came and meet Okudzeto Ablakwa. And Okudzeto Ablakwa, in his own words, said that the only issue between Ghana and Nigeria is about jollof rice.
Just imagine.
Spitting on the integrity of 34 million Ghanaians who voted for this man. Spitting on the fact that Ghanaians are unreasonable people. Even citing examples that the people that Bianca Ojugu saw on the street who were doing Naija Must Go are not real Ghanaians. When issues are there, we don't need to beat about the bush. We need to look at issues and strategically solve it. You can't tell me that guy who has got no hair on his head, the Foreign Affairs Ministry of Nigeria has flown all the way to Ghana to meet the Foreign Affairs Minister of the Republic of Ghana. So Mahama is aware that Ghanaians have raised an issue called Naija Must Go. You can't tell me that President John Dramani Mahama is not aware that Ghana Immigration Service is unable to do their job very well because there is Ecowas as a stumbling block. I'll tell you on the show. We wrote a letter to Mr. Basintali. Yeah, on the show. Look at the only battle between Nigerians and Ghana is jollof rice.
Yeah.
That is how insensitive.
That
is how a low-level-headed person who is not for Ghana, a traitor, a mole in a country, can behave against citizens because you want to lick the wounds of your paychecks, your paymasters. So you see a fair lady like that, and then all your balls are shrinking. So instead of you to say things to please Ghanaians, you say things to hate Ghanaians. You understand? And when we wrote a letter to Mr. Basintali, who is the immigration officer who is the Director General of Ghana Immigration Service, saying that we want to support you, we want to help you as an organization so that we can look in between what is happening in Ghana, catch some illegal people, bring them to office, and see what we can do. Some of the officers told us that even if you bring them to us, we can't deport them because of Ecowas. Brother, should we sit down for the name of Ecowas? Because of Ecowas, our people will continuously perish.
So it means Ecowas is the main issue.
Massa.
In all this.
Ecowas is the main reason why they are bold enough and doing all this stupidity, because the president has shown his support to them. And I will say again, the president is also vying for a position as the ECOWAS chairman. Because of that, on person other than Sameka Obibia or ECOWAS community, no, every country which is part of the ECOWAS, he does not want to touch them because he wants to become the ECOWAS chairman. And so he is protecting his integrity. But you see, this is where I find it very, very, very disappointing. We have Ghanaians who are dying on a daily basis, and you are putting your career ahead of the lives of Ghanaians because you have no sympathy for any Ghanaian, but you have sympathy for foreigners. And it's the open say, "Oh dear, so ye ECOWAS chairman ti, the Ghana for move. So you are looking at protecting yourself and your career against Ghanaians who are dying on daily basis.
Sometimes I wonder whether it's Nigerians who voted for him or Ghanaians who voted for him.
No, that you don't need to think twice, because we believe that, see, Ibrahim Mahama told Nigerians that when my brother come into power, don't worry, he's going to protect you guys. So they allowed most Nigerians to enter, gave them the power to vote and to vote for Mahama. So that when he becomes the president of the republic, he gave them his word that he will use his power as the president to protect them. Listen, the reason why they have got those balls is because he gave them his words. Because if you did not give them your words, then why can't you listen to the people who you claim that you are saving as a country, who are the citizens, who are saying we do not need Nigerians in our system? Flush them out of the toilet. But you can't, because you believe that the people you are protecting are not Ghanaians, but they are Nigerians. So the protection is not for us, the protection is for Nigerians. So we need not to see Mahama as somebody who supports the Ghana agenda. He is there because he gave them his words that if you come into my country illegally and I'm able to protect you and give you Ghana card and you are able to vote and I become the president, I'll give you a place to sleep. I'll give you a place to stay. And that is what John Dramani Odiewo Mahama is doing.
Wow. Wow. Well, I'm even overwhelmed.
I don't say.
Okay, so wow, time really flies. We are 1 hour into the conversation, and I think this vlog will draw the curtains. But there has to be a part 2 of this. I don't know if you have the time for that, though.
Yeah, we can work things around. Don't worry. I'm
Yeah,
busy. I'm a
yeah,
busy
sure.
person, but I'll still have time for you. Don't worry.
Yeah, find time for that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, in a nutshell, like, if you have any closing remarks, what would it be?
I will say that Ghana is for Ghanaians. Anybody who is living in our country illegal, we want to tell you for sure, we are coming for you. Any Ghanaian giving your house and your building to Nigerians, any landlord, you need to be careful. We are putting together stubborn people who are Ghanaians, and they will flood the streets of every part of the country to regain our land back. If you are Nigerian, listen to me and flee from our country. If you are staying in our country illegal, flee and leave. If you are Ghanaian, both in Ghana and in diaspora, and you want an organization that is forthcoming, that is proactive, it's an organization called Patriotic Concerned Youth Alliance. It has got the influx of Ghanaians in the diaspora and Ghanaians at home, hoping to build our own country in our own way. In the coming days, we are going to release a lawsuit very soon. We want Ghanaians to be hopeful. Spread the news. You are a pastor. Spread the news about Nigerians who are disturbing our country. You are a teacher. Spread the news. Brighten the corner where you are. Let people know why Nigerians are in our country and what they do. Spread the news about Gagzit. 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 And we always end with this phrase: God bless our homeland Ghana and make us great and stronger. Obia Enshen, wherever you are, take good care of yourself because Ghana is not safe. Watch our flight. You are coming for 30 December. Pause. Don't come. But if you decide to come, don't say Nestana can you and I'm empty. Because flyer banner, put some money in your account. Give somebody an opportunity to look over the account. Send a bear kidnapper. What catches on send this kind of kidnapper. Because Ghana, it's not safe. But it takes the youth and the citizens to make Ghana safe. Intino Ugoha or say Ghana, 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 or say je, Gano, je, Gano, Ose. Thank you very much, Rush. I'm sure. Thank you very much.
Thank you too. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we draw the curtains, and please don't forget the hashtag Gagzit. You know, let it flow on the social media space, and please be looking out for the part 2 of this, and there's going to be other segments coming up as well in the coming days. And please subscribe if you haven't done that yet. Subscribe, like, share the video, and let us know what you think in the comment section. And you can go follow Nestana on all social media platforms. And the name is Nestana on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Nestana. Go follow, subscribe, and he has some interview with Kwekwana, which is going to be posted. So you guys should be on the lookout. So just help yourself by subscribing, liking, and following his channels so you can be abreast with what is going on in Ghana. So until next time, we'll see you guys. Stay safe. Peace out. This is absolute.